Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge change that's about to hit businesses in Florida. But more importantly, we're going to talk about a system that can help you turn what looks like a threat into a massive advantage.
Okay, let's start with this number. For thousands of business owners across Florida, this single number is about to become their new reality. And for a lot of them, it's causing some serious stress. $15 per hour. Yep, that's Florida's new minimum wage target. It's a mandatory pay raise that is going to completely reshape the financial landscape, especially if you're running a small business.
Now, this isn't just dropping out of the sky. Let's look at the timeline. This all started way back in 2020 when voters approved Amendment 2. We're in the final stretch now. The wage is set to hit $14 an hour on September 30th, 2025. And then a year later in 2026, it reaches that final goal of $15. And you gotta understand, this affects pretty much everyone. We're talking both your regular hourly workers and your tipped employees. So if you're in hospitality, retail, or anything with a lot of customer service staff, this is a whole new financial ballgame. So when you see a cost like this coming, it's natural to feel the pressure. And for most business owners, the first thing that gets squeezed is profit. But what if the real problem isn't the wage increase itself? What if the real problem is the way we've all been taught to think about money in our business? I mean, for as long as anyone can remember, this has been the formula, right? Sales minus expenses equals profit. You make all your sales, you pay every single bill, and then you just cross your fingers and hope there's something left over for you. Profit is basically just a leftover. This whole mindset, it puts you on the defense permanently. You're always just reacting to things. A supplier raising prices, a new tax, or, a minimum wage hike. You're completely vulnerable to surprises. But what if we could change all that? What if there was a way to guarantee you're profitable no matter what surprises come your way? Well, this is where we just flip the entire formula on its head. This is the genius concept from the author Mike Michalowicz. It's called Profit First. And look at this, it completely flips the old way of thinking. Now it's sales minus profit equals expenses. You decide your profit first. You treat it like a bill you have to pay. And then you're forced to figure out how to run your entire business on whatever is left. I mean, just look at the difference here, side by side. It's night and day. On the left, profit is just a hope. But on the right, it's a priority. The old way encourages you to spend whatever's in the bank account. But Profit First, it forces you to be innovative, to be more efficient with the money you actually have to run the business. And hey, this isn't just some clever idea in a book. Real business owners are using it. As this person on Reddit says, it's a mindset shift, and it does work. People who make this one simple flip find it completely changes their financial health, for good. Okay, so you're probably thinking, that sounds amazing, but how do I actually do it? Well, it's not just a mindset, it's a super practical system. And it all starts by giving every single dollar you earn a very specific job. The whole Profit First methodology gives you this powerful, clear framework. It's all about creating financial discipline through a really simple visual system. And this right here, this is the core of how it works. You literally set up separate bank accounts. All your money, every dime, goes into one main income account. Then, on a regular schedule, say twice a month, you move that money into your other accounts. One for profit, one for your owner's pay, one for taxes, and finally, whatever's left goes into your operating expenses, or OPEX account. So, the million-dollar question is, how much do you put in each account? The great thing is, you don't have to guess. This system gives you a roadmap based on how big your business is. Okay, first things first. You have to figure out your real revenue. This is a super important Profit First term. All it is your total revenue minus the direct costs of what you sell. So think materials or any subcontractors you use. That number is what you actually have to run your company. Now, once you have your real revenue number, you use this chart. These are your target allocation percentages, or TAPs. Think of it like a cheat sheet. It shows you what a really healthy, financially sound business in your revenue range should look like. This becomes your North Star. Okay, so let's bring it all back to that minimum wage problem. How does having a bunch of bank accounts actually build the resilience you need to handle something like this? Let's see how you go from being reactive to being totally ready. Here's the absolute key.
When you're using the profit first system, that wage increase is no longer a surprise crisis that's going to eat up all your profit. It just becomes a known future cost that you plan for inside your operating expenses account. It's just another line item in your budget. See, because you've already taken your profit, you are forced to be creative. You have to figure out how to cover that new labor cost with the money you have left. It drives incredible efficiency, and most importantly, it protects your profit.
This approach puts you back in the driver's seat. It turns a government mandate from a huge threat into just another manageable part of your business plan. It gives you the power to build a stronger company where, like this user says, your numbers actually make sense. So at the end of the day, the big takeaway is this. By flipping one simple formula, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and you start building a business that is profitable by design, not by accident. So the real question is your business run by what's left over, or is it designed for profit?